All right, so in this question, we're given a table, and this shows three values of x and their corresponding values of y, where y equals this weird thing over here. We're going to have to talk about that more. And we also know that f is an exponential function. We're asked what value of n would make f of 7 equal 2 to the power n. Okay, well the first thing that I'm noticing is that this table is not f of x, but this is that f of x plus 2 thing. And because I want f of 7, that means that I should, well, if I have a 7 here and x plus 2 there, I'm basically trying to look at when x is equal to 5 in the table. It's not the only way to think about this question, but I like to relate the two things immediately. It gives me a direction in how I might want to solve this. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, because this is an exponential function, I can think about any function like this. I'm going to write it as f of x plus 2 being what an exponential function is by definition, a times b to the x, where a and b are particular constants. Now, if you're sharp with Desmos, you can make a table at this point and do a regression. However, the point of this series is to show you how to do it without Desmos. One thing that I notice is that we have some pretty convenient points here, 0, 1 and 1, 4 in the table. And with this, I might say, okay, wait a minute. If I plug in 0, 1 into a function, I get 1 equals a times b to the 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So I get that a is equal to 1. So that means that I now have this, because a was equal to 1. And then if I plug in 1, 4, I get 4 is equal to, well, it just looks like b to the 1. So that means that b is equal to 4. Putting all this together, f of x plus 2 would just be equal to, well, 4 to the x. However, we want powers of 2, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use an exponent rule to make this look like a power of 2 instead. And when you raise one power to another, that's when you multiply the exponents. You do not add in this case. Well, in this case, I could do a shift here and try to get it back to f of x, but I know that I just want to get 7. So if I just plug in a 5 right here, that's going to make it 7 here. This would be 2 to the 2 times 5, and that would be equal to 2 to the 10. Well, if I want to compare this to 2 to the n, then it looks like n has to be equal to 10.